On this Monday, right now, Atlanta City Council is in session, and on the agenda is a new measure that could shut down bars and nightclubs that claim to be restaurants in order to sell alcohol.
Tracy A. McPeer explains what's at stake here.
No one has anything against bars or nightclubs or restaurants, but you have to be who you say you are.
And a new measure before City Council would help Atlanta police crack down on offenders, bars and nightclubs calling themselves restaurants, to obtain a liquor license. Councilman Howard Shook says the measure would do two things: mandate a percentage of restaurants that would be audited and provide accountants to help with those audits, verifying through receipts that if they call themselves a restaurant, more than 50% of their revenue comes from food sales.
There have been infamous anecdotes of businesses racking up, lemons and limes and, peanuts and other, bar food snacks as food.
Shook's district covers Buckhead, but he says the issue extends across Atlanta, from Cheshire Bridge to south of downtown to Midtown. Until now, the city took businesses at their word. But if this legislation takes effect, businesses that claim to be restaurants to sell liquor will have to have proof.
If you lose your restaurant status, you would have to reapply as a bar or nightclub. The problem there being you're under much more stringent distance and proximity restrictions.
Shook says the final vote on this will likely get pushed to tomorrow morning. Now, if approved, it then heads to the mayor's office. And if she signs off on it, it could be in effect by January 1st.